How did I get started with Apex? I used to play Fortnite. Played a bunch of Fortnite and a bunch of Counter-Strike. Just fell in love with FPS. Played so much Fortnite, fell in love with BR. After falling in love with BR and getting pretty good at Fortnite, but then Apex came out and I wanted to go back to the roots of no building. And back in February, I had some good contacts from the Fortnite scene that set up a scrimming Discord that I helped set up. And the rest is history. Just got involved in the scene, started scrimming, and fell in love. I play WATTSON, and I play a support role because, well, actually, I haven't always played the support role, but on the team I'm currently on right now, I've picked up a support role because the two people that I'm alongside are not only a little bit more aggressive, but mechanically skilled at a higher level. Where I'm on their level, I'm more of a brain player, not an aim player. So it just makes sense for me to play support alongside those two gods. I don't expect Crypto to be a hard counter for WATTSON. His abilities seem to be like a camera and then an AoE, damage and slow. I expect him to be a good support pick. I expect him to be a great support pick. I don't know if he'll be better than WATTSON. The reason WATTSON is so strong, like the core of WATTSON, is actually the slurp juice passive of her ultimate, the constant shield. Because in competitive play, you only get your loot drops loot, and it's very rare that you actually get a fight and you get all the loot out of it without getting third-partied towards the end of the game. So that endless heal will save you countless amount of cells in the long run, and that's what's so huge about it. And right now, the WATTSON ult isn't very good at picking up grenades in the first place, so you don't rely on it for that anyway. But Crypto on the other side, like he seems like a safe, aggressive pick. I know those kind of counted each other out, but his ability to have a camera that you can utilize to see if you're getting third-partied while having an ult that seems very aggressive and AoE damage ult, almost like a Sombra ult, if you're familiar, that will slow the enemy and do damage, seems very strong. I'm very excited. Meta changes will come and go, just like in Overwatch, just like League of Legends, just like any other game that has characters with different abilities. Meta changes will come and go. Like you look at the Overwatch, they had a GOATS period, if you're familiar. That was just ridiculous. League of Legends had a period where every lane would run a character with a shield, and then your AD carry had to carry the entire game. Same thing here. It was just Pathfinder, WRAITH, WATTSON Standard. It just makes so much sense due to the mobility you get of the two characters and then the strong defensive capabilities of WATTSON. The only character I'd consider to be potentially meta right now with what we currently have is Caustic, and the only reason why is because there's no other character in the game that will be equal to WATTSON, or excuse me, Pathfinder or WRAITH. And WATTSON can be interchangeable due to the fact that Caustic's also a very defensive character. That is a lot of teams. However, I think it's set up beautifully by EA. How they have it, all the bracket styles, loser bracket, how you climb to the top, I think it all makes sense. I don't know if I agree with the finals, how the finals work yet. I'm about to go play in them, and then I'll let you know if it made sense or if it didn't. But so far, the tournament's been great. It makes sense. 80 teams, it can be kind of a coin flip because you don't get to play against everyone. You don't know who it is. But that's part of being a competitive player in BR, dealing with those RNG things that you don't get to practice for and adapting.